Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I have both printers going in the background, so hopefully it's not going to be too distracting. I'll try to talk up a little bit, try to talk over them, but I wanted to show you the full kit of the Denim and Daisies. This kit is up, it's ready to go. I've got quite a few printed out, and also I wanted to show you at the end of the video, I'll do a flip through of a journal that went out Saturday, I guess it is, Friday or Saturday. And because you guys say that you like the flip through, so I'll do that at the end of this video. I'll insert that there. And sorry about my inky fingers. I have been working today. Also remember that the first Canva class went up today, and I'm gonna go over Canva first, some things of Canva, where you can find, the next class will be where you can find free copyright images. And today was just kind of a basic jump in there and look. And I also think that Canva right now has I think you can get a pro for 31 days or 30 days or something like that for free. I'll look that up and try to link it below that video. I didn't even see it until after I had posted the video. And then Skillshare is what I put on there too. They have the first 500 people that click on that link get free, I think, 90 days of Skillshare, and that's got all kinds of classes in it. That's where I took my Photoshop classes, is from Skillshare. Love it. But anyway, not trying to promote those. I was just telling you about the classes. Now, my classes are going to be real laid back. You know, I don't get all fancy dancy. They're going to be laid back. In this class, what I showed is just a few of the things that you can pop in there. But then in the next class, we'll kind of go back and start from the beginning. And I'll show you what the icons are for, what they do. And then, like I said, where you can get your copyright-free images that you can use, how you download them, and then how you upload them into Canva, all of that. So that'll be on class number 2. And that should be available to go up by next Monday. I'm working on all the classes now, so I'm trying to get them done. But anyway, go over and check class number 1 out if you will. I'd appreciate it. And just give me some feedback. Let me know some of the things that you're looking for to do in Canva. And then when we get Canva kind of under our belt, we'll go into Photoshop. And I know a lot of you out there are already way more skilled at Canva and Photoshop than I am, but I have so many people who ask me, would I please share how to make digitals with them? And I'm one of those people that I just believe what I know I can teach somebody else, and if I can teach somebody else, that makes me happy. And they're absolutely free. They're not going to cost you anything, so you can go over there and take them. Okay. Oh, they will also be in a playlist too. So this is the Denim and Daisies digital that I did, and this is the background pages. And I've got, like I said, I think I've got a few of these printed out. I printed extra today. I know this one and this one look similar, but they're not. They're a little bit different. I ended up clicking on two that I thought was different, and they looked a little bit alike, but they'll be all right. Just don't put them together in the journal. But there is going to be a journal made with this. I have some fabric that Sweet Friend sent me that has some daisies on it, so we'll be doing this. Look at that. I just love these background pages too. Get that. Love them. You could use those background pages just for pages for something else, couldn't you? And I threw in a little pink here and there because I just thought that it helped. And then we got a little pink background there. And then there's blue lines. You can write on all of those. And then I put in a little bit of yellow just because, you know, there's some yellow in this one. And then there's that one with a little bit of blue again. That one. Now this is available in print and ship or download. A lot of you have already downloaded it, and I appreciate it so much. And that one. I love these lacy backgrounds. So I've got lace in here too. So This one's one of my favorites. I love that, the kind of, I don't know, is that leopard skin, whatever, in the background there. And then, like I've always said, if you don't want to put these backgrounds on yours, you'll have them anyway. They come with the download. But if you don't want to put them on yours, then put your own backgrounds on there. You don't have to use these. I just tried to pick something that would kind of go with the front pages. And then this is the ephemera, and I want to think there's 6 pages of these. So you've got some side tucks. You've already got the little curve cut there. And then you've got some ephemera cards, some tickets, and then some little corner tucks, some different kind of corner tucks. Got some banners, and then some of these little film making thingamajigs here. And then I made some tags. The Canva doesn't have any tags that look like this in it, so I went ahead and made a template of the tags, and I'll be sharing some templates with you as our Canva classes go on as well. And then this is like 3 together, or you could cut them apart, and then it's got some tickets on there. So that is the Denim and Daisies digital. So if you guys want that, I'll have the link directly below. And now let me upload that where I did the flip through of the journal. Okay, this is a journal, and it's going out, I think this is Friday, so it'll probably go out today. And I love this seam binding with this, just the right colors. Love that. I put a little lace butterfly there, and then I've got some fancy dancy lace trim there. And I put one of my little booklets in the front. You guys saw me work on this one. And it's got some lace pockets there. This is the Shabby Chic Rose and Butterflies, I do believe. And then I've just got I've got some vintage letters in the back, and then some tags here. Same here. This is just a wraparound that we made. And then this one is the vintage sewing machine and roses and lace, and they go so well together. Look at that. So I mixed them up, and this is the background for that one. And then this is some of the straw paper, and I just cut that out and glued it on there. And then I've got a couple of little tuck-ins there. This is an Edith Holden page that I've just folded over. I always try to include an Edith Holden page because I love, love, love those pages. And then this is a little, this was a little short piece of paper, and I just took one of those little file folders that we did and glued it on there so you can write in here. And then I left this part open so I could tuck those little pieces in there. And then this one. And then this just folds out, and there's a little pocket here, and I've just tucked some things down in there. I think I might put a little tab there. I don't know. And then these two were just short pieces that I had, and I just glued them together so that they would flip together. They can write on these or cover them with some of the paper that I'll be sending along. Either way they want to do it. And then this is just one of the little pockets that we made using an old envelope. I've just got a little tag down in there. And I put lace on some of the edges. This is one of those little letters that I've just folded to make it look like an envelope. We did that in a video as well. I made a belly band there, and then just put this big, huge tag in there. And then that one. That is the Shabby Chic Rose collection. This is the Vintage Sewing Machine collection. And I just made a little pocket there. I'll put links to both the collections below. They do look similar. Somebody got both of them, and they said, you sent me 2 of something. And I looked at her order, and I said, no, one of them is the Vintage Sewing Machine, and the other one is Shabby Chic Rose. And she said, oh. She said, now I see the difference. So now this is from the Birds and Butterflies collection, but look, the colors just work. If it works, I add it. It doesn't matter if it comes from the same collection or not. Sorry about my phone dinging. Of course, I'm on the video and my kids are dinging me. So there's just a little tuck in there. I need to glue that down a little more. And then we've got that double pocket here that we made on a video, and I just put that and that. There's the center, and I put a little pair of scissors and a little clothes hanger charm on there. And then there's that one with a tag. And then a vintage letter tucked behind it. I try to include lots of the vintage letters because they just seem to work. There's a tag in that pocket. More lace on the edge here. And then I made a pocket here with this Braille paper. Put that in there, and then that. And this is some onion skin paper. That is some of the little first grade notebook paper that my friend at Inky Finger Society dyed and sent to me. I think that's coffee dyed, I do believe. This is a little pocket made out of an envelope, and I just got it clipped on there. And then this is just a little piece that I made a while ago, and I just clipped that there so that helped flip it. And we made that on a video last week. And then there's a little letter behind that. There's another piece of trim just glued on there. This is from Inky Finger Society as well. She did all the stitching. I love that paper. Got to order some more of it. I'm about out. And then there's another vintage letter, a little tag. I just love this journal. There's that. And then this actually folds out. You could do lots of writing on that. That's a vintage piece of ledger paper. And this is a frame, and I've just made a tag and put that down in there. And then this one flips out, so that lots of writing space. Another piece of trim there. Edith Holden book page. This pocket, and then two tags in there. Ooh, felt like one of them was stuck. No, they're not. And then that. There you go. And then this is just a little wraparound piece, and this is one that I had in my stash, and I just thought all the flowers it goes. So we put it in there, and there's a big tag made with that. And then we ended up with a piece of paper with that lace, eyelet lace glued on there. And then there is the writing board in the back. So that is the journal that went out today to a sweet friend that purchased it, I don't know when, but anyway, I'm slowly getting caught back up. This is actually pretty full. It's just that when I close it, I squish it down a little bit with this seam binding, but I think it's absolutely adorable. I love it. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.